For the last 3 months, we've been clearing the building of trash. We've been doing the initial steps of the demolition, beginning with the 1972 building. All of this space was occupied by Devon Energy. We were demoing that space because it had previously been abated from all the asbestos when Devon built it out. Today, we're moving out all the material that came out of the Devon space, all the light fixtures, doors, anything that Paul and his team can use, we're letting them take out of the building. We are seeking LEED certification at the gold level, and part of the LEED requirement is to reuse as much of the material as we can. So our goal is to recycle 75% by weight of the content that we take out of this building. LEED certification is an acronym, LEED, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It's an organization started years ago to help qualify buildings that want to have a sustainability component. And you get points. It's a point system. In our case, we're an existing building, so many of our points come from walkability, come from recycling, come from restoring a historical building. It gets heavy into utility usage and being able to put materials in that low water, low electricity, anything that you would think of that helps the building be sustainable is part of the LEED system. About 10 years ago, I kind of felt like, as a developer, if I can be sustainable, I have an obligation to be sustainable. I don't think the market necessarily will reward a developer for building a LEED certified building today, but I do believe that it's important as a developer to commit the resources and the time to it if we can. And in our case, we felt like with First National Center, it was high profile. This could easily be a project when we're finished that gets some national attention. And while LEED certification is not something that Oklahoma City developers pursue hard, it is something that on a national level is extremely important. We brought in an individual from Denver, Williams Coating, that we have a relationship with, my partner and I, to help us get in the building and begin cleaning it out. We moved 150 yards of trash a day out of this building for almost 2 months, just trash, before we actually could start the demolition. And so Brandy and his team came to town looking for laborers, and he found the First Step program. And I'm not an expert on First Step, but it's a work release program, and we, through Brandy, were able to hire anywhere from 22 to 25 First Step people a day, and they've been working in the building since February. They've done fantastic work. You know, this is not fun. This is hard stuff. It's an old building. The utilities, we pretty much shut those off. It's dirty, it's hot, you're demoing, and to find people that want to work hard in this type of environment, it's been far better than we anticipated. In fact, I would assume that there's some of these people we're going to be able to keep on well past this initial phase of demolition. To me, First National is a high-profile project. It's important to be able to partner with local groups, and First Step was a great example of someone who brought value that we needed, that we were able to reciprocate with some value on our side. When Devon occupied the space about 10 years ago, when Devon built out their 7 or 8 floors in the East Tower, it's high quality equipment. They didn't come in here and put cheap light fixtures in. These are all 2x4 parabolic lens, high-end fixtures, their materials, the doors they put in, and you're taking all this stuff out and you're thinking, how can we recycle this? Because this is still incredibly valuable quality material for someone. we looked pretty hard around the city. I made contacts with people that I knew that were in the business, and to see if somebody in Oklahoma City could reuse these. The problem is, if you don't have a use for them right now you got to go store them and move them, and that became a complication that people just didn't want to get into. But it is fantastic to see all of this Devon money that was spent on this space be able to be recycled in a way that's going to have great value for many years. There's 1,260 light fixtures is the number that I've been told. There are a number of doors, other things that Paul and his team are going to be able to take out of here that they can reuse. So it's a staggering number. I have no clue how many truckloads they're going to haul off, but just 1,260 light fixtures alone that's a lot of lights. 6
months ago, we were donated a building, 60,000 square foot building in Seymour, Missouri. And we have for a long time wanted to put all of the operations of our ministry under one roof. The building was in worse condition than this one, obviously, but it had been in repo and foreclosure for about 2 years, and 2 to 2.5 years. So when we got it, just a whole lot of things needing replaced, and what we found is that things like these lights and these fire code doors are very, very expensive doors, very expensive lights. Everything's very nice. We hope to just, with a little bit of work, re-stain, re-varnish the doors, re-hinge them, and use them again. There's somewhere, like you said, over 1,200 lights, and these lights are somewhere around $100 a piece without bulbs. And then these doors, like I say, the slab itself is in the neighborhood of $250 before the frame and the hardware. We got the hardware and the slab, so we just need frames. And that's the cheapest part of the whole thing, is just putting new frames in. So it's literally in the thousands and thousands of dollars. So the volunteer labor, the rental of the trucks is small potatoes, you know, compared to the help that we've received here. All right. Absolutely amazing.